Every time that I thought I was finished, I found a strength still inside, a reason to keep moving, a fire that I can't hide. Every time that I thought I was broken, I discovered that I can stand, a reason to keep going with strength that I command. When the world tries to beat you down, you gotta stand up and hold your ground. When the dark starts closing in, trust the fire that you built from within. When the light is hard to see, break the night and set it free. I've seen nights that felt endless, no sign of the dawn. Every step felt heavier, but I kept moving on. No crowd in the corner, no hand reaching out, just a voice in my chest saying, don't give in now. Every time that I thought I was finished, I found a strength still inside, a reason to keep moving, a fire that I can't hide. Every time that I thought I was broken, I discovered that I could stand, a reason to keep going with strength that I command. When the world tries to beat you down, you gotta stand up and hold your ground. When the dark starts closing in, trust the fire that you built from within. When the light is hard to see, break the night and set it free. I've watched storms test the loyal, watched the fake fade away. I learned real strength isn't loud, it's showing up each and every day, and staying when it's easier just to disappear. It won't back down even when threatened by fear. You don't rise in the moment, you rise over time. Every scar is a lesson, every step is a sign. The loyal stand beside you with the darkness all around. They're the ones who never leave when your world crumbles down. Some people only stay while the sky's still clear. The real ones don't leave when the storm turns severe. They don't flinch, they don't fold, they don't turn and run. They hold the line and have your back while the damage is done. Every time that I thought I was finished, I found a strength still inside, a reason to keep moving, a fire that I can't hide. Every time that I thought I was broken, I discovered that I could stand, a reason to keep going with strength that I command. When the world tries to beat you down, you gotta stand up and hold your ground. When the dark starts closing in, trust the fire that you built from within. When the light is hard to see, break the night and set it free. When the world tries to beat you down, you gotta stand up and hold your ground.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another Inner Sleuths live stream. Today, we got something pretty special to check out here as we head into 2026. But before we hop into the news for Hytale, I hope everyone had a great Christmas. Hope you guys are having a great holiday season. I hope that your New Year's went well, because we are now in 2026. It's going to take some getting used to, just like every year. Happens every single year, but it's always hard to get my brain to remember we're in a new year now. But I hope you guys are doing good. Thank you for tuning in here to look at all the news and happenings in and around Hytale. Hytale is fast approaching us. We only have a couple short weeks left until we're going to have our hands on Hytale's early access. I'm still working on getting my creator code ironed out, so hopefully I can get that hashtag soon TM for you guys, because I know that there's a lot of people waiting to purchase the game when they can get my my creator code. And I appreciate that. Thank you guys so much for that. You can, however, go and reserve your name on the website. So if you're interested in Hytale and you're going to be getting it when I get my code, make sure you go over to the website and reserve your name now. So that way, when you do purchase it, you can apply it to that purchase and you'll be able to have your name. We have a first look at the PvP and really, honestly, combat in general. We've seen some other combat here and there, but this is fresh off the press, straight from Simon. The team has been working really, really hard on getting Hytale ready for us, and they're going to continue to work really hard on it. If you guys are looking for a great gaming community, come on over to the Inner Sleuths. It's going to take some getting used to saying that. Normally used to be the Cheeky Buggers United, but come on over to the Inner Sleuths official Discord server where you guys can hang out. It's our community space where we hang out and play all kinds of games together. You can go to our website. I haven't changed the domain just yet, so it's still cheekybugger.net, www.cheekybugger.net, where you can fill out an application to join us. If you're wanting to get in day one on our Hytale server, make sure you guys get that done and get that out of the way. Badger Zeus, how's it going? Welcome into the stream, buddy. Great to have you here. But yeah, come on over to our Discord, hang out with us. If you want access to our servers, we have a Minecraft server up right now running Hallowed Ground. That's our in-house made mod pack with custom mods and things like that. Hytale, we're going to have a server day one. It's most likely going to be vanilla because that's just the way these things are going to go. We're going to get a vanilla server up and running day one, and we're going to get our hands on it and see how it feels. But come on over there, join the Discord, go to the website, fill out your apps, and we'll get you guys all taken care of. Shout out to all of my channel members, my patrons. You guys will see at the end of all my live streams and at the end of all my videos, me giving thanks to all of my patrons and my channel members and donators, tippers, super chatters, all of that stuff. If you want your name put in the credits, you can click that join button down below or go to the comments, click the link over to Patreon. I'm slowly shifting things over to Patreon just so that way I'm not tied to any specific platform for content creation. It's independent of that then, to make it a little more resilient to takedowns and things like that. But are you guys ready to see? You may have already seen it. If you're following the news on Hytale, you've probably already seen this. But before I play it and before we do our actual breakdown here, I want to read a thing that was posted over on the Hytale Discord. I think it was put on, here it is right here. It was put over on X or Twitter, whatever you want to call it, as well, by Simon. And this is kind of, again, curbing the expectations a little bit there on what Hytale is going to be at launch. If you did not catch my first Hytale stream and Hytale Adventures, that's my playlist for all of my podcasts and stuff about Hytale, make sure you go watch that. I do a full breakdown on why I'm super excited for Hytale, as well as a lot of things that are to come. But Simon is doing his best to make sure that we understand what we're getting ourselves into with Hytale Early Access and what it means. It is a true early access. This is going to be very rough in areas, and Simon has been explicitly clear about that. I want to be explicitly clear as well, because I don't want anyone to get into it thinking it's going to be some, AAA well, I take that back because most AAA games are garbage nowadays, but some really, really polished game. I think it will be functionable, and I think that what it will have will be good and enjoyable, and it'll allow us to get our hands on it and start making things of our own with Blockbench and stuff like that. But Simon has said that it is going to be very, very rough around the edges. So bear that in mind, guys. Simon says over on their Discord server, this is a quick video we put together last night featuring footage of some people dueling. It's a 1v1v1 and just messing around, having fun. They left Discord audio on in one part of the video, so the audio is cut and muffled because of the language that they used. He says, sorry about that. This is a very early PvP testing. They didn't use potions, they didn't use food or traps, they didn't block, and they didn't use blocks. I don't know if they mean like blocking or if they mean actual blocks. And they did not use magic. So this is pretty much an example of martial combat as it is right now in Hytale. And they go on to say, we really were just testing the fundamentals and getting a feel for the core combat. Many systems are still missing, and there's plenty that needs improvement, but this is the foundation that they're going to build on. So again, it's only going to go up from here. It's only going to improve. It's only going to get better. Blimpy, how's it going? Welcome in, Blimpy. Blimpy says, we are playing Simon Says. We pretty much are playing Simon Says. And what Simon Says is king for Hytale. He is the Omega of Hytale, man. He repurchased it back from Riot Games and he's reviving it from the ashes, which is just absolutely amazing to me. His passion is palpable. You can feel Simon's passion. If you keep up with his posts and stuff, you can actually feel how passionate he is about this project and this game. So that really just seeps into the rest of the community. So let's see here. So this is the foundation they're gonna be building on. He says it's also worth being clear, this is an early access version running on a 4-year-old build. So keep in mind, Hytale has a 4-year gap, where Riot Games 4 years ago purchased them and started immediately working on a new engine, shifted over into all kinds of new stuff, and really went away from what the original game was intended to be, and lost a lot of its heart and soul and vision along the way. Now that Simon has repurchased it, we're going back 4 years in the past. This engine is really old. They haven't had a lot of time to do improvements and stuff like that. So he wants to be explicitly clear that we're all on the same page there. This is a 4-year-old build. He says it's broken in places, unfinished, and very much a work in progress. And I've watched this once through. I haven't paused it and done breakdowns on my, I have ideas on some of the things that I want to talk about in this video, but I haven't actually fully looked at it in depth. I glanced at it once just to see what was there when it popped up on my phone because I was excited about it. But it looked very polished. It looked pretty damn good. They say we aim to bring, hold on, I think I missed something here. Oh yeah, 4-year-old build. It's broken in places, unfinished, and very much needs improvement. But we love it. And we're committed to fixing, improving, and shaping it with the community. After early access launches on January 13th, coming up really soon, guys, we'll add more features and work closely with PvPers to ensure combat feels right and continue to improve. We aim to bring a range of PvP minigames and support the community in creating their own PvP content. I'm thinking Hunger Games, I'm thinking Bed Wars, I'm thinking all types of capture the flag. I want to have all kinds of different battlegrounds that people can partake in, almost like it's from WoW or something, where you can take all these cool battlegrounds from all these awesome games and make them in Hytale. Really looking forward to this. It's going to be a lot of fun. They say we understand that PvP in block games is much more than just combat. We are the same team. They want you to remember this. We are the same team that brought you high-pixel PvP games for over 13 years, and they have had 40 million unique players come through their server over at Hypixel Studios. They run the Hypixel Minecraft server. That's where all this originated from, was them wanting to have a deeper engine. Let me get this pulled back up here. Let me see. All right. So they're talking about the depth there. If you're interested in helping shape Hytale, we'd love to hear, we'd love to have you along for the ride, they say. And here are some of the notes about this video that Simon wants us to know. We're missing knockback, so there is no knockback right now. Keep that in mind when we're watching this. Normally, when you strike someone with different types of weapons, I'm assuming, and maybe even depending on some skill points or armor that you're wearing, maybe you have some knockback resilience, kind of like how Minecraft has knockback resilience. They have weapons with knockback and other things like that. I'm assuming that's going to be coming to Hytale as well. So there's no knockback right now, which is going to affect what we're seeing. You're not going to see that, distance be created when you're blocking and shield bashing and doing all these different mechanics and stuff like that, because there is no knockback. Player/NPC collision and other core features, those are missing as well. So there is no collision. Keep that in mind as well, because that's also going, sometimes you'll see maybe the enemy player model will come through your player model, or the player model that we're looking through the eyes of. So keep that in mind. Those things are going to come at a later date, hopefully with early access on the 13th. And he wants us to know also that you can adjust the FOV. They didn't turn up the FOV for the combat, so it's a little bit narrow looking, but just keep in mind, we'll be able to adjust the FOV, we'll be able to get that wider angle of view. There is first person, there's third person, so we'll be able to get that camera tuned just right for how we like it personally. And on YouTube, it does tend to shrink the sides a little bit as well, and then you're watching me watch it, so it's in another smaller window. So the FOV is definitely not what it's going to be once it's actually ready to go. Blimpy says invert y-axis. I'm almost positive that at some point you will be able to do these things if they, you know, fully get the controller support and stuff like that added in. I have no idea right now what the state of that is, but we can try and find out together. Lots of the weapons are overpowered with mobility, but they say, but it's fine and it's fun for early access. So things like the daggers, that was some notes that I've seen people were kind of like wondering why the daggers were so mobile. They look like a lot of fun though. So let's get our hands on it and just give feedback. All of these things can be tweaked. And here's the nice thing about Hytale. And again, you have to watch my first stream if you've missed that one in this series, but Hytale's a platform. It really is a platform we could do whatever we want. We can mod all of these things. If you think that the mobility is too high, make a mod that tweaks it. You know, there's going to be combat overhaul mods. There's going to be mods for like every single thing in this game, just like there is for Minecraft. So nothing is really truly set in stone. And that's the whole point of Hytale. It's why I'm so excited about it. None of the weapons are balanced yet. Everything's unbalanced. Player health bars can be turned off client side. We will add an option for servers to force them off as well, which I think this is really interesting that they're thinking this deep. I actually do this on my Minecraft server in order to preserve stealth and sneaking and stuff like that, because Minecraft by default, you can see nameplates through walls very, very far away. And it's kind of cheaty in my opinion. It makes it impossible to sneak up on people. So I actually have a mod that specifically does that. So it's nice to know that we'll be able to hide those nameplates client side and server side. We'll be able to force them to be hidden. Player health bars are rendering incorrectly and will be fixed after launch. They don't scale properly and appear too far away. They need a complete rework. They don't look great, and they should be more minimalistic. So they're going to be overhauling the health bars and stuff like that after the game releases. Combat might feel a bit floaty at times, so keep that in mind as well when we're watching this. The floatiness, the no block knockback, the no collision, the FOV, and all of this stuff, and the mobility being overpowered. All of these things are going to be factors that we're going to want to keep in mind while we're watching this. This is very, very early access, and they always take a risk whenever they release footage that's early access, but I appreciate the transparency because it allows us to give our feedback on it and help them along the way, even before we get our hands on it. They say, but it's getting better with progress. Controls feel good though, so that's good to hear that the controls actually feel good. Blocking mechanisms are not done yet. You can block a full signature hit with low stamina with daggers. Damage numbers can be turned on and off. So if you don't want to see the damage numbers, you can actually just hide them all together, which is great. Again, normally you need mods to do these things. Like in Minecraft, you need to get a mod in order to see damage numbers and see health bars and stuff like that. So it's nice that it's just all built in right there. Hytale really is, again, just to reiterate a little bit, it really is a platform that is designed to allow you to have a good basis of an RPG and then build upon it. So having those damage numbers and things like that right out the rip, really, really great to see. Let's see here. Oh, I forgot to unpause Tangia. If you guys want to interact with Tangia, you could type !Tangia in chat. You'll get a link over to the Tangia page where you can do all kinds of funny memes and stuff like that. What else does he say here in this? So that was his 9 little bullet point notes. And he says, and the list goes on and on. Told you guys this is early access. This is his words, so this is from Simon. However, we are aware and we will fix it all over time. Give us a couple months and we will get some really good PvP in Hytale. We love playing the game and we'll keep at it for years to come. You can pre-purchase Hytale and reserve your name today, and that's over on store.hytale.com. I will put a link for you guys. Again, if you don't mind holding off, give me a little bit more time to try and lock in my creator code because I do get a kickback. Again, I'm not here to sell you guys on anything. If nobody wants to play Hytale, perfectly fine. If you are going to play Hytale and you're going to be getting it anyways, might as well use my creator code. I think it's like 5% kickback or something like that. Helps the channel out, helps me out a little bit, because everything I do is my full-time job. This is all funded by my viewers, my tippers, my donators, my patrons, my channel members, all of you guys. So I'd greatly appreciate that. But you can go reserve your name. Yeah, and then he has a link to the video. So that's pretty much everything he had to say about this little video that we are about to watch. Blimpy says, I still have not decided, so many games active already. That's true. There's a lot going on, and this is early access, so there's really no rush to get into this, Blimpy. It's gonna be a while until it's probably to the state where people are gonna want to play it anyways. This is just for the diehards to be able to get in there and get our our fingers into it and start feeling how it's gonna be and help shape it, kind of similar to what we did like with PAX Day, except that didn't really turn out how many people thought. I think Simon actually is going to deliver on these things. Simon has been absolutely amazing. He's been so vocal. Blimpy says, no rush, FOMO activated. I mean, you'll be able to follow our adventures. I'm going to be doing a lot of content on Hytale. It's pretty much going to take the foreground on most of my content, showing things off, creating things, server backend stuff if people are interested in that, podcast talking about all of these news and happenings and things like that. So you're not going to, as long as you're here on the channel, you're subscribed, you're partaking in all the things, you're not really going to be missing out. We have a complete section dedicated for it over on the Inner Sleuths official Discord server, the community Discord server over there. So you're not really going to miss out on anything besides actually being there in person in game. And keep in mind, you can get into Hytale for I think like 20 bucks. I think it's 20 bucks is the cheapest package. It's like 20 or 30, but I want to say it's $20. It's really not all that crazy considering most games are just egregiously overpriced at this point. All right. Without further ado, I don't foresee this really being a super long stream because it's basically be a breakdown of, this video we're about to watch. But we're already a half hour in, so who knows? Let's go ahead and watch this video. It has some audio. I don't know if I'll mute it or not. They talk at some point and then they have to bleep themselves because they were having strong language. So I'll probably leave it on so you can hear the clashes and stuff. Let me go ahead and turn off the lo-fi. There we go. So 80 Canadian. Is it? No way. $20 US is 80 Canadian, really? I didn't think the conversion was that bad, is it? Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and hit play. Well, let's read what he says right here first, and then we'll hit play, and then let me know how the audio is on it. So this version of Hytale is 4 years old, it was previously abandoned. It has been reassembled in a matter of weeks by the original team. I cannot stress that enough, how amazing that is. The Hypixel founders reacquired Hytale 6 weeks ago, only a few months after it was canceled in June of 2025. Hytale is now independent, back in full production, and returning to its original vision. Hytale Early Access begins January 13th, 2026. Here we go. I'm going to be pausing and talking about this as it plays as well. Right off the rip, we need to remember the FOV is shrunk way in. We are way shrunk in on the FOV, but you saw him in the opener do like a sky lunge attack. You'll notice we got someone with sword and board. We have someone with daggers. You will see somebody, they don't do magic. We don't get to see the magic, but you will also see somebody with a bow and arrow as well. And you can see on his hotbar, you'll see double-handed maces and axes, daggers. So they're all right there. Sword, shield, two-handed mace, two-handed axe, dual-wielding daggers. We have, I don't know if he uses the crossbow, but we do see the bow. I don't know if we get to see the crossbow there. There are other versions with extras, but you don't really need those. They're just little cosmetic thingies for, being a donator. That's like pretty common. And I don't actually have a problem with that because it's purely cosmetic on here and it's for the opening package. Now, if they start doing like microtransactions, it's not a subscription-based game, so we can talk about its monetization model after. We have to keep in mind that Simon repurchased Hytale from Riot Games for I think it was like 10 million of his own dollars. So keep that in mind as well. There's that lunge attack from the daggers. You're noticing it's a very chaotic, it's very back and forth and stuff. I think that since there's no player collision, you're seeing people phase through each other more. I think they're able to get closer than you probably normally would be able to because there is no collision. Now, I'm sure they're trying to stand back from each other a little bit. And they talk about stamina not really functioning properly. So there's some of these combos are just really, really exaggerated. But that dagger lunge probably is one of my favorite abilities right now. There's like a sky attack where we need to go back and watch that again. He literally teleports up. Did you see that? He like jumps through the air like Naruto style or something. Right here. He's gonna zip up. There he goes. Ground slam. Here's a little bridge combat. There's a bow. Charge attack looks like with sword and board. One thing I've noticed is you're able to switch your weapons. If you notice right here, I don't know, I think we're following Simon currently, but if we go back a little bit, you'll see sword and board right here, and he immediately switches over with no cooldown or anything on the weapons. I do actually like a little bit of a cooldown there, or at least an animation. It makes it feel more real and less arcadey. You'll see right here, he's using sword and board. And now he's immediately over to blocking with a two-handed mace. Oh, he just one shot. There's the bow. I think there's a triple shot. Love the animations on the movement. I think what they mean by floaty is when they jump, you kind of drift through the air. I'm assuming, again, that these things are going to be, because they mentioned it, I'm assuming that things like that are going to be dialed in. They're going to be brought back into something that's a little more realistic. And again, mods.
Holy.
I love the fact that you can go first person and or third person. It really lets you cater it to how you want it to be. And I'm assuming either with a mod and or with server-side settings, I'm assuming there's going to be a lot of server-side settings that we're going to have access to, but you'd probably be able to force people into first person if you want, and or force them into third person, depending on the, what type of game you're trying to make for certain things. Maybe for like, if you're making a Mario Kart world or something, you could probably force them into third person, things like that if you wanted to. Look at those daggers. All the animations, the waving cloak. I mean, some people are just, who play Minecraft a lot, who are diehard Minecraft fans. I love Minecraft, don't get me wrong. They are really hating on Hytale. They're like, oh, it's just Minecraft and it's not going to be anything crazy. It's not going to be good. I think the fact that we're getting such a good RPG platform to begin with in a Minecraft style game would really excite a lot of people, because the animations alone are just so fluid looking.
I'm so glad I got that. That was so good.
You know what to do.
There's that ground slam.
No, 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 no.
You jump pretty high, it looks like.
Oh, I'll get dodged.
There's that dagger strikes. Look at those. They're so fast. And the stamina cost. That's probably the overpowered part they were talking about. Look at that. It looks like in the bottom right corner you have a Q for a power attack. Right click is block. Left click looks like a standard attack. I'm assuming at some point we'll probably get more abilities. And again, remember, you can mod in some more abilities. Look at that mobility.
Oh. I'm using the bunny hop escape. No. Oh.
Got him.
Oh, where'd my shield go?
Ooh, See that arrow fly right by him. Big two-handed axe, chopping them both down. Here's where you start to see a little more of the bows being used, and at some point we'll see a triple arrow get fired off.
Thank you.
Finally killed someone. Never mind.
There's that sky attack. You saw him block with daggers, which is pretty cool. You notice as well, it says plant fiber 2, so I think they're picking up things as they're fighting, which probably, like, I use a mod on Minecraft called swing through grass or whatever. It lets it so when you're using weapons, you don't actually chop the grass, you're swinging through the grass unless you're using like a sickle or something. But that's interesting to see in the bottom right corner. That's where you're going to be seeing the things that are entering your inventory right above your spells down there. All of this is subject to change, obviously. There is a compass with death markers and stuff up at the top of the screen as well.
Oh yeah, our gear is just broken. Has been probably broken for a while now.
And it's interesting as well, they talk about their gear being broken. So that indicates a durability system of some sort where you're going to have to repair your gear, maybe even replace it at some point. But they're talking about their gear being broken, and potentially I think that the reason they're saying that is because their stats are suffering because of it, if I had to guess. Oh wow, look at that whirlwind. That's gonna be a fan favorite. I think I'm leaning towards two-handed axe and daggers right now. They just look so cool. Did you see that climb animation? Oh, he's running.
Broken, but before it was
Ooh, right in the back.
Decent right now.
Big ground slam with that two-handed hammer. Here's a triple arrow, look at that. He missed him, but still, it's cool to see.
Oh. Oh.
It's funny that they left their Discord audio on. Oh wait, hold on. I want to pause it right when he dies. I want to see the death screen. You died, you were killed by Zum. Your items lost 10% durability. Okay, so we can change, and again, with mods you can do anything, but we can change probably out of the box, durability loss, item dropped, all of these things. Maybe we can make it to where you just drop resources and kind of make it a little more towards like Ashes of Creation style PvP. That's pretty cool to see though. I wonder where you respawn or how you get to choose how you respawn. Arrows seem pretty strong when they hit. Triple shot. Ooh, got him midair. I mean, this already looks pretty freaking good. Look at that animation when you lay on the ground when you're dead. You see that? I wonder if you can add... How we have on my server right now is when you're downed, you actually can be picked back up. It's called Hardcore Survival or something like that mod. It allows you to be picked up off the ground after a certain amount of time. Or within a certain amount of time, rather. I wonder if you could do something like that on here. Probably not out of the box. Daggers seem super, super overpowered. Look at that. Just getting absolutely shredded. He's trying to run. Oh, he's on him! He's trying to get away. Yeah, Dagger's mobility is insane, and they did mention it. They know about it. Look at that. I do think you need mobility on Daggers. Old School Online, welcome in. Welcome into the stream, buddy. We're taking our first look at the early access, early PvP gameplay, dueling, free-for-all, 1v1v1 in Hytale. At the beginning, we talked about all the concerns and stuff that the devs had talked about going into this video and the things that they're aware of. So how is the current game similar or different from Minecraft? I mean, I would say it's similar to Minecraft in the sense that I really view Minecraft as a platform. And if you missed my first stream about Hytale, it was a little while ago where I did why I'm excited about Hytale. I break down all the possibilities and why I'm so excited about it. But just to touch on a couple things here, I highly recommend you go watch that. But just to touch on a couple things, I'm really excited for this to be a new platform for us to have an awesome engine that's designed with way better looking graphics, in my opinion, with a lighting engine, a fog engine, shadow engine and shaders and stuff built in. The water looks pretty decent already. To have an engine that's a little more up to speed with modern gaming, and to have a platform where we can make stuff in engine. The whole thing about Hytale is it's really designed for people to be able to mod and create within the platform itself. Sure, you can make stuff externally like Blockbench and stuff like that, but it's really going to shine where they showed off actually making a raptor mount. They showed off making a portal and all kinds of stuff directly in the engine, which was really, really cool. Hey, Crash, how's it going, buddy? Welcome into the stream, man. But yeah, to answer your question, Old School Online, it's similar in Minecraft that it's a block game, right? It's obviously taking inspiration from it. The team at Hypixel Studios, they run the Hypixel Minecraft server with mini games and stuff. So it's really taking a lot of inspiration from it. I know the development has been all over and the original devs finally got it back. Yes, and that's the important part is Simon, the original dev, the original founder and all that stuff, he has it back. He repurchased it back from Riot Games. 4 years ago, Riot Games bought it and they changed the engine. It had a whole new engine. So they basically stepped back in time to 4 years ago. They're using the original engine to have the original vision and the original style of the game going forward, which to me, really, really exciting because that's the Hytale that I fell in love with. I mean, 7 years ago when this project first was announced, I have been waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting for the moment when it was going to get released, you know. But I'd say it takes inspiration from Minecraft. It really is a different game all on its own. It's a platform that's going to allow us to create and bring things to life in our own way, with tools built into the engine, and the engine itself is what makes it really unique. It's going to be basically an RPG platform or baseline. Because Minecraft, in order to get combat even remotely similar to this, you need to use like 50 mods to do all kinds of crazy stuff. On here, we'll be able to have that RPG as a core baseline and then expand on it from there. I mean, as you can see, the combat is already in a pretty dang good state. Obviously, they don't have collision. They don't have a lot of the things that they had already mentioned just yet, but this is like a couple weeks, 6 weeks or something like that since the team has gotten their hands back on the project, and they've already brought it up to speed. Like it wasn't even playable 6 weeks ago. It was only in these small testing environments and stuff, and they have just been absolutely chugging away on it, which is amazing to see. And their passion, like I said at the beginning of the stream, their passion is palpable. Like they are absolutely all in on this. And it's really great to see. It's going to be a lot of my content going forward, to be honest. Old School says, oh, I've been waiting forever too. Just not sure what the vision currently is for the devs. So more like an RPG plus survival. It's back to the original vision. Simon has made it abundantly clear that he's going back to the original vision for the game. It is going to have Linux support out of the box on launch as well. And that's pretty cool. So they're able to use the old engine and still get the cross-platform compatibility and stuff, which was what people were worried about. They thought that, oh, without the new engine, we're not going to have the fancy lighting and we're not going to have this, that, and the other. And he said, well, actually, we got the fancy lighting working just like the new engine with like 15 lines of code or something. He's very active on X or Twitter, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, it's going to be a lot more RPG. And I don't know about the survival side of things. They haven't, really touched too much on that. They've been talking just more about gameplay features and stuff. But it definitely is supposed to be a very good RPG baseline with action combat and stuff like that. Obviously, it's going to have its crafting, it's going to have building, but the engine alone and the combat alone they look so good. I mean, some of the lighting and stuff like that looks like you're using a shader engine mod for Minecraft without the performance hit, presumably without the extra layer of stuff having to run. But we're nearing the end here of the video. We got a little bit left, and then we can chat about some things. If you guys have any other questions, comments, concerns, make sure you think about them, bring them up now. Pop them off in chat. Thanks for the info. Yeah, no problem, man. Absolutely. Love answering your guys' questions and chatting with you guys. That's why I do these live, you know? It's more fun, more interactive. Oh, look, you can see an arrow sticking out of the tree right there. I wonder how long those stay. Blimpy says, I like the mossy environment. They actually showed off a lot of the different biomes, which is pretty cool. We'll go over to their website after this and we'll do a little small recap, but I highly urge you guys to check out my original live stream where we go in depth on a lot of this stuff. I mean, we scour their whole website. We break down everything we possibly can from there. And as we get more info going forward, and once we get our hands on it ourselves, I'll be doing a lot of streaming in Hytale. I also want to show, if you guys are interested in it, I'd like to show off some of the behind the scenes creator things as well, such as Blockbench. I think some people might enjoy seeing my journey of me learning how to use Blockbench and other editor tools and stuff like that. That's cool. The arrows stick out like that. Oh, he's about to get obliterated. Yep. Oh! Shot him right in the back. Kill steal. See you later, Blimpy. Thanks for stopping by, buddy. You got hit markers. You can see around the little circle, little arrows will come out, little chevrons when you get a hit marker. Look at this. He's going in and pulling out the AK rifle that he made. Would love to see that stuff, Old School says. Yeah, I mean, I highly recommend, because I'm not going to go in over it too much on every little nitty gritty detail on the website again here. Maybe in the future, if they update some stuff on there, we'll do another future breakdown of it. But my previous podcast that I did, I really went in depth on a lot of the stuff and why I'm excited about Hytale. It's called something like Hytale is saved and why I'm excited, or something like that. But here you can see a little bit of the inventory. And again, all of this is work in progress, but it's really cool to be able to see these things. So you can see his armor that looks like he's not wearing his helmet. It's got his shield here, health, and then health regen per second, mana regen per second. They're not using magic though, but he searches for rifle. I'll check out the past video. Thanks. Absolutely. Yeah, I will go over to the website here and we'll browse a couple things to talk about some of the biomes and stuff like that. He's going to pull out a rifle here at the end. Look at, he's got a freaking gun, dude. He just freaking blasted him with a rifle. Oh my gosh. That's just, what a way to finish it off, huh? Absolutely hilarious. Let's go over to the website here with you guys and we'll check this out. So they have their whole, what is Hytale? I want to go over some of these blog posts here as well. They did an FAQ and an introduction to making models. This is pretty cool because it talks about how you can actually go about making your own models using Blockbench, plugin, and stuff like that, how the geometry works. I'm looking forward to creating models. I'm not the most artistic person, so maybe some more people out there who are a little more artistic than me can help in that regard. But here he's like putting some shading on some stuff. But they have a lot of info on here. I mean, you can see different highlights and shadows being put onto things with bitmap, bump mapping, and proper details on all of the models and stuff like that. Best practices. They have video tutorials on it. A lot of really, really great information. Tons of stuff to go over. But I think they have a section on, let's go to the game. Mini games are going to be coming, adventure, creator mode, and stuff like that. They talk about the biomes here, because I know Blimpy had asked about that, or he had mentioned it. Somewhere on this website, they talk. Oh, you actually teach CAD? Might be fun to do some custom models. That would be awesome, dude. You totally should. You absolutely should. We went through every single one of these images right here. This is the one I wanted to show you guys, and we went over this last time too, but you're going to have these different zones. And think of them like progressive difficulty and or different biomes, right? So a lot of games, they have different biomes that you can live in and build in and collect things from. Certain things are only going to come from certain biomes. You start off in Zone 1, which I think they had mentioned the names at this point, but I don't recall what they were. I think they were posted over on Twitter or X. I'd have to go and look and see. But this is like your peaceful-ish. I mean, obviously there's going to be goblins, probably lower level stuff there. I don't know what the scaling's going to be like as they go up through these zones. But then Zone 2 looks more like the Badlands, a little more desert with some oasis and stuff like that. Zone 3, you have ice. And look at the biomes going underground as well. You can tell that they progressively get more advanced as they go down. You have these different lava pits and little tunnels and offshoots and stuff like that. Yes, exactly. Old School says, I like how the biomes extend beneath the surface. Absolutely. That is really, really cool to me. That's something that Minecraft just recently started doing with their underground biomes, and I'm hoping that that comes into Hytale as well. Like as you go deeper or as you enter certain underground areas, maybe this is like, the cavernous stalactite area, and over here is like the dwarven something area. It'd be nice to have, and then the lava pits at the bottom or something. It'd be nice to have these different underground biomes as well, more depth and more layers to the world. But this middle biome here, Zone 2, you can see there's lava pits down below it as well, but these little, I don't even know what these are, like crystalline caves or something. But then you go into the tundra of Zone 3. You have a lot of ice and snowy biome. And you have a little bit of patch of green here, but then you have ice caves underneath going down to the depths of these really, really deep cavernous caves. This is all just concept art, but it really lets you see their vision for it. Zone 5 and Zone 6, I think, were actually uncovered now over on X. The biomes are almost reversed between Zone 1 and 4. You think like the cold should be Zone 2, maybe? Oh, maybe, yeah, because then they'd like be getting warmer. That'd be interesting. I don't know if that's their intent, if it's supposed to be like as it gets warmer. Over here, there's like some lightning and stuff. Maybe this is some corrupted biome of sorts. But the Zone 4, we have seen some pictures, concept arts, and other things like that had to do with Zone 4. It was really, really interesting. But underground, you can see like a lush cavernous area under here. Very interesting to see, though. But that gives a little bit of a breakdown as to what we can expect from some of these biomes. And then obviously we have dungeons. I hope we have instanced dungeons and open world dungeons and all of the things. I'm sure, again, the nice thing about these types of games is they're platforms. You can really go in and you can mod them to be absolutely anything that you want them to be. The scuba diving, being able to go underwater. Zone 1 is temperate on the surface and lava at the bottom. Zone 4 is lava at the top. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, it's like literally inverted. That's kind of interesting. Like Journey to the Center of the Earth. Yeah, yeah. But you can see the advanced shadows and shaders and stuff that they have is just, this is going to be a beautiful game. If, you're okay with blocks, that is. Got some icy biome here. We went through and did a breakdown on all of these pictures in my last stream, so make sure you go check those out. Here you can see some of these bug creatures with their little eggs and hives and stuff like that. Those guys look absolutely awesome. A dungeon with some of these goblin-looking guys down here. Really interested to see what other things they're going to be adding in. But they got a bunch of blogs on here. You guys can go and register in the top right corner, and you can reserve your name even if you don't have the game just yet. But January 13th, 2026, it's going to be coming out to early access. I'm really looking forward to, maybe I'll do a breakdown of creative mode. That'll probably be my next stream, is a breakdown of creative mode, and then we'll watch them modding a couple things in, and then we'll start to do the block bench thing. So there's going to be quite a few streams coming up, hopefully in quick succession here as we get closer to January 13th. But this was just a quick look to do a breakdown live with you guys about the new video that we got. If you guys want to watch it for yourself on a bigger screen, really get a feel for the FOV that they were talking about, and watch it again, you guys can go over to their YouTube channel If you guys are not yet following me over on Twitch, make sure you guys go over on Twitch. If you have a Twitch account, drop me a follow on there. I'm branching out to other platforms and stuff. If you're not yet subscribed on YouTube, please consider subscribing on here. Lots and lots of Hytale content coming out for you guys really soon. I'm going to be doing a couple more breakdowns as we lead up to the launch of Hytale. Ange, how's it going? Welcome into the stream. But I hope you guys enjoyed this first look. What is this community tab? Oh, that's like to their Discord and stuff. There's all of their social links and everything. I'm still waiting for my, oh, that's cool. We got some artwork from some people. I'm still waiting for my creator code. Hopefully I get that soon. I'm hoping we can get it to you guys before the 13th rolls around, because we're getting close. And I know people are wanting to get their pre-orders in so they can be ready to go. It is going to be using its own launcher, at least in the beginning. They need to recoup some of their money from their investment and stuff like that. But let me know what you guys think about Hytale and about this combat breakdown in the comment section. I'm really looking forward to hearing what you guys have to say about it. And again, if you guys are looking for a great community, come on over to formerly the Cheeky Buggers United Community Discord server, now the Inner Sleuths Community Discord server. That's where we all hang out. We're playing a lot of Ashes of Creation. Ashes of Creation has been an absolutely awesome experience so far. We've been having a blast with it. If you get to level 25 during the early access window, you get a mount, I think, and some other like cosmetics and things like that as a thank you for helping them test it. We've been having a blast over there. And on the 13th, we are going to be hopping in with a day one Inner Sleuths Hytale server. It's going to be vanilla, and we're going to learn how to mod it together. But I am super, super excited, guys. That's going to do it for this one, though. Kind of a shorter-ish stream. I mean, it was still an hour long, but it's shorter than my normal streams. But I just saw that video get posted, and I knew I had to do a breakdown with you guys. Leave a like if you guys enjoy these live streams. Leave a comment to let me know your thoughts about it, and come on over and join our Discord and hang out with us. Look forward to seeing you guys in the future. And if you'd like to get into our Hytale server, go to our website, submit those apps, get that stuff done now, because we're going to be flooded with applications and all that stuff around releases. Like whenever PAX Day comes out with an update, we always get a ton of people influxing. Whenever a new game comes out or something like that, we get a lot of people. Old School says, thanks, I pre-purchased, so we'll see you in game soon. Hell yeah, man. Looks good. I'm looking forward to it. I'm really, really excited. Old School, thanks for stopping by, man. It's really great to see you, and great to see you as well. Blimpy, hope you're doing well, buddy. Hope everyone's having a great new year. Hope you guys had a great Christmas and a good holiday season. But until I see you guys in the next one, bye for now.